Biggie was saying, we have a dear friend on the local news here named Christian Morgan. And Biggie said, well, once again, Christian and I are from the same hometown. I'm about 20 years older than him. And it burns me up to see him have success, of course. You know how I get.
He has lived your life.
He has. He keeps doing what I wanted to do. You know, he's on local news now.
Yeah.
And he's becoming the pride and joy of our hometown of Asheboro, North Carolina.
Without a doubt.
And I said to Biggie, if they ever name a road after him and they don't name it after me, I know something. And Biggie said, well, that's happening. They're going to put up a big sign saying Home of Christian Morgan.
Sooner than later.
Mm-hmm, that's right. That's what's happening.
And I don't want to hurt you, but, he's embraced his hometown.
I know.
Yeah,
I don't know what you mean.
He still is in the parades. And
he goes and attends. He doesn't go down there just to pick up a rent check.
You're implying I'm a slumlord.
In fact, you don't even go down to pick up the rent check. You have a guy.
You have a guy?
I got a guy that takes care of that for me. They call me the slumlord of Asheboro, NC.
Mr. Potter.
Yeah. In fact, my picture is on a couple of billboards, but for different reasons.
Yes.
Don't rent from this man.
Has this man hurt you?
Do you know this man? Of course you do.
That's my home.
Yeah.
How dare they?
But, he still, rolls out the tractor for the parade.
I know.
He spends his free time there, and you don't.
You know what he did? The reason Biggie brought it up, he just interviewed Garth Brooks, which is what I did 25 years ago, when I was working local news.
He's following right in your footsteps.
Right in his footsteps.
I interviewed Garth Brooks, and I thought I had the perfect question. BBC doesn't know this. I had seen Garth Brooks on with Diane Sawyer or Barbara Walters. One of those long-form interviews.
Yeah.
And I think it was Barbara Walters. And she said her last question to him was, what's it like being on stage, being in control of 50,000 people? And he said, he looked off into space.
He Garthed it.
He totally Garthed it. You know how Garth does?
Yeah.
And he goes, Barbara.
Low talk.
He low talked it, and he just looked, and he goes, it's like great sex. It's like the best sex you've ever had. And you're in total control. It's an ultimate euphoria. And then they went off to commercial. That was it. And I was like, oh, ultimate. 2 years later, Garth Brooks comes to town. I'm working local news. They say to the 3 or 4 networks, all right, you have 5 minutes with Garth Brooks. We're all in there together, Mm-hmm. And first the guy from the CBS affiliate goes, and I'm like 3rd or 4th, and I'm from Fox. And I sit and chat with him. And then at the end, I say, and I've got like a minute left. And I was like, boom, I'm going to nail it right here.
Great sex question. Don't blow it. Great sex, great sex, great sex.
I know. I almost said to him, what's it like having great sex?
It's like being in a concert.
What?
Man, that's the weirdest question I've ever gotten. I'm Garth.
And this is before Trisha.
Yeah. Wait, before Trisha. Oh, yes. This is before Trisha. And he said, I said to him, what's it like controlling, being in front of, and having 50,000 people in the palm of your hand at a concert like that? And he goes, it's great, man. And then he moved on to the next.
It's cool.
He goes, what would you expect?
Yeah.
I was hoping for more of your Barbara Walters answer.
Can I get the
about
Barbara Walters
the sex.
answer, please?
And then a lot of the other reporters were like, you really blew that last question.
Yeah.
So I'm sure he's heard that a million times.
Supposed to end on a high note.
Terrible question.
Yeah, dude, it's awesome.
Yeah, he's like, everybody's like, that's like Radio 101, TV 101. You don't ask that question.
No, he told Barbara Walters it was like sex. What?
He had sex with Barbara Walters. What are you talking about? Then the rumor comes out. Brooks and Walters have sexual. Breaking news. Brooks Walters affair uncovered. That was the end of my television career.
That was one of the last things.
That was the night, too, that I never understood this. The concert was long over, but they wanted me standing in the darkened parking lot. So
that's always the case.
That's the way it's done.
Yeah.
I know.
Don't get me started.
We only went in for one song, and we got his first song so we could get highlights of him doing the song. And then
That's how they used to do concerts. You go
it.
in and get one song. They don't want you recording the whole thing.
then you're out.
Do you remember what song you started with?
No.
I was going to say.
I didn't know him as well as I do now, Garth. Now I'm a huge fan. Biggie and I saw him in concert a couple of years ago.
Ride together.
in each other's arms. God, Biggie's mother between
Biggie's
us.
mom between them.
Oh, I leaned over to that man and I crushed Biggie's mother.
Yep.
She said, "Get off me!" But I said, "This guy, he and I, during Friends in Low Places, you better believe it." And what's that one about unanswered prayers?
Yeah.
Oh, held up my lighter. Anyway,
You don't own a lighter.
He held up mine.
Biggie, can I borrow your
let me
lighter?
borrow your lighter.
Kelly, you can't smoke that in here.
Let me borrow your lighter. And anyway, I didn't know Garth as well then, but at the end of the concert, now it's 3 hours over, and they put you in the darkened parking lot with the Coliseum behind you.
A few random drunks left.
That was it. And as soon as the TV light came on, I mean, there were random drunks, just like 10 of them in the whole parking lot. And as soon as the TV lights come in, there was like moths to the flame.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
And they got behind me and started hooting and hollering. And I just turned around during the live report and I said, "You guys weren't doing this a minute ago. Man.
Go home.
Stop this. It's time.
The
for
show
you.
is over.
Why don't you go home?"
It is like the zombies, though, when you turn on the light and make a noise. It's like,
Yeah.
is. And
Everybody
here
comes
they
around.
come, man.
Yeah.
They really did. That's exactly right. The good, the bad, the ugly here today. A good story. An Alaskan man named Jamie Snedden has been rescued. He was walking along the shoreline near Anchor Point, Alaska with his girlfriend when the ice he was walking on broke free and drifted into the Cook Inlet, taking him along with it.
The polar bear. Like the polar bear and the cub just floating
What?
for the World Wildlife Organization commercials.
It's like Rudolph when they, chisel away the ice and start floating. He literally was floating away on it.
Pass a narwhal.
good Lord.
Yes. But he was rescued. He was on the ice for an hour, and he's going to be okay. He had hypothermia. 300 yards offshore, and his girlfriend was like, what's going on? She wound up getting rescuers out there. But it took him a while to get there. The water was 38 degrees Fahrenheit. The air temperature was 30.
It's cold.
And it was getting pretty cold.
Yeah.
He clung to the 5-foot square chunk of ice, and rescuers were able to get out there. An Alaska wildlife trooper rowed out on an inflatable raft, and a fishing boat was 3 miles away, heard the call for help, and also headed over, and they were able to drag him back into shore.
Oh yeah, you're just a slave to the currents.
Definitely, yeah.
Talk about scary.
Yeah.
The ice you're standing on floats away.
Yep.
But the girlfriend reacted quickly and called. I mean, what else could she do?
Good thing she liked him.
There's nothing. That's a good point.
I mean, if you want
Boy, if she really wanted it, if she was ready to dump him,
yeah,
that's it.
wait an extra 5 minutes.
Man, ain't that the truth? We got a story with Lisa Lanier today. She's our official attorney, lawyer up here in about 50 minutes. And the story is about a couple of guys who were out on a boat and rescued somebody in the water. We told this last week. And when they pulled him in, he started becoming belligerent and attacking them. So they pushed him back in the water. And then they rescued him one more time, and he did the same thing. So they shot him.
Yeah.
So the question is, are they in trouble for shooting the guy on the boat?
Fascinating
Who
story
they
to me.
rescued. Oh, I agree. Totally fascinating. But Lisa Lanier will weigh in on that coming up here in the next 45 minutes or so. Two Guys Named Chris show. Good story. Research has been done at Johns Hopkins Children's Center. They have collected a lot of evidence which states a chemical found in broccoli, in kale, and in Brussels sprouts can go a long way in defeating COVID-19. They really feel like they're onto something with this. Of course, they're a long way away from it, but they feel like they could use this to help people get away and have much less severe symptoms from COVID-19. The fact that it's in kale, cabbage, Brussels sprouts, and broccoli means none of us will ever get
I was
it.
going to say, yeah. The list it's in.
No chance.
Yeah, those bins at the in the produce section at the grocery are always full.
There's a
Line up those. All those things sound terrible. I hate broccoli.
There's a chemical in it, in these vegetables, that they say will help fight both COVID-19 and the common cold. And I guess, have doctors been saying that for a long time? If you eat leafy green vegetables, does it help you fight those things?
Aren't those high in zinc or something like that?
This is called, they've got it written out here, what it is. It's, I'll pronounce it wrong. Sulforaphane is what it has in it.
Never heard of it.
I haven't
No.
either. But they have connected that with cancer-preventing benefits and now COVID-19 preventing benefits.
I understand the cancer part to an extent, especially if it's gastrointestinal type cancer of some sort, stomach or colon or what have you. But those are colds and COVID are airborne and lung based.
Yes.
How does that?
That's right.
How do these foods enhance those areas.
Says it inhibits the replication of the SARS virus and other coronaviruses as well. They've tested it in mice, and they say it inhibits the growth. Once it's inside you, you could get a mild case, but it would help you. If you eat a lot of broccoli and kale and that kind of stuff, you're better off.
Say Brussels sprouts?
Brussels sprouts.
You like a Brussels sprouts?
I do.
I was going to say, I can take those.
Those I like.
They're okay if they're roasted in bacon.
True. Once again, that's how we're going to have to take them.
If you fry bacon and then take it out and put the Brussels in the bacon grease, I'll talk to you.
I bet that eliminates the good.
I don't want to hear that kind of talk. You said Brussels sprouts. No, I can't go back on it.
No, I agree with you, but I bet you.
Broccoli's layered in cheese if you do it right.
That would eliminate the benefit. I guarantee. Once you cook something, it makes it less.
Roasted broccoli is great.
It is.
If you put it in the oven, olive oil and salt, and just let it roast, it's almost like eating popcorn. It's wonderful.
And I like cooked Brussels sprouts.
Don't boil them. Don't boil broccoli and don't boil Brussels sprouts. It takes all the vitamin and puts it in the water that you're boiling it in.
Is that true?
Yeah, you need to eat it raw or eat it roasted.
And roasted keeps some of those vitamins in.
Yeah, I think so. Because that's why the water turns green when you boil stuff like that. My mom used to boil everything. Green beans, broccoli, every kind of vegetable she'd boil.
Oh, us too.
All the vegetables or all the vitamins are gone out of them.
They say that the results are very, very promising, but they say don't rush to the grocery store and buy kale just yet.
Yeah.
I don't know that anyone would.
Nobody's rushing.
They're saying.
Isn't that what they serve at your salad bone soup?
Bone broth.
Yeah.
Kale salad,
Kale salad.
They do a lot of that.
Demm eats that, doesn't he?
Oh,
with cranberries.
Of course he does. Rebecca, you're talking about greens and COVID and this study here from Johns Hopkins. Go ahead.
P1 from Trinity.
Thank you.
I have a friend who's vegetarian. She has had severe COVID 3 times, and she is a vegetarian, so I'm going to call it.
You're skeptical then. You're skeptical.
Okay.
But would it have killed her if she hadn't been a vegetarian? I'll throw that out there. That's my.
Yeah.
I'm not a scientist, you know. Would it have killed her if she had been a meat eater?
She'd have caught it 4th time, maybe.
Maybe so.
Getting it 3 times severely. I'd be looking around going, where am I getting this?
I think that's the truth, exactly. Bad story. A woman has caught someone sneaking into her bedroom while she sleeps and has put it out on TikTok. She literally thought that she had a haunted house because she was in the middle of the night thinking someone was standing over her and whispering. It turned out to be her boyfriend's mother who's staying with them for 2 weeks.
What?
Yeah.
So what? She just come in and watch her sleep?
Yeah, this woman did. She's put it out on TikTok. Apparently, the mom is between houses and it's closing in 2 weeks on a new house. So she had to move in with her son and the son's girlfriend. And she said, the girlfriend said, for 3 nights in a row, I could just feel somebody standing over us talking, saying, you're so ugly and I hate you. So she put a camera up in the corner of the room. It was the boyfriend's mother who was coming in and
You're so ugly. You're so not good for my son. I hate you so much better.
What's going on here, man?
I hate you so much.
What Biggie's saying. She confronted the woman. She put all this on
I wonder
TikTok.
if she thought like it would somehow reach her subliminally.
That's what she's saying.
Yeah.
That's what she's saying, yeah. The girlfriend says she has yet to confront the boyfriend's mom, but she has it on video, and she is asking people on her social media, should I confront?
Such a slut. Tramp.
Huh? I show the boyfriend first, and then say, how do you want to handle this with
show the boyfriend.
your mother?
My goodness, now.
I wonder if she would probably stand over the boyfriend, too, saying, leave her. Leave her.
Yeah, she sounds nutso.
She's crazy. She's cheating on you.
Yeah.
Yeah, she had the feeling every morning she woke up. She's like, I felt like someone and she really thought the house was haunted.
What do? You have to break up with him, right?
Would you break up with him or what?
I don't know. I mean,
but you can never marry him and have her as your mother-in-law.
They hate each other. I mean, she had the mother-in-law apparently. Well,
I mean, there's nothing illegal here, is there?
No, there's nothing illegal. I mean, she's staying there, but I guess I don't know if you break up. I mean, I'm sure there's stories of mother-in-laws and where you hated your mother-in-law, but over time it got better. But this is an extreme case of where she's
human goes and stands over another
That's what I
human.
mean. Yeah, she'll never forget this.
The son has to take the girlfriend's side if they're going to be.
If he doesn't take her side, and takes mom's side, over.
Would you stay? If you let's say you are deeply in love with this person, your significant other, but their mother is that standing over you, hates you.
I don't know. You'd have to talk to him about it.
I would stay, but I would say she can't stay with us. I mean, she's
because for life you're going to have a weird relationship with the mother-in-law.
Oh, absolutely. I can't.
How honest are partners, spouses, partners with their significant other about their in-laws or their other person's parents?
I don't think they're that honest.
Were you honest with your wife about?
I wasn't. I really loved.
I mean, when you got in a room together, could you sit there and say, your mom's really kind of?
Oh yeah, we could say that, but there was so little to complain about with either of our. We were lucky there.
Yeah,
our in-laws. She liked my parents a lot. And I liked her parents a lot. I mean, we really
usually that's the case.
Yes. But
you never slept. You never fell asleep with mother-in-law in the room, did you?
No,
not that you know of.
I hate you.
I hate you. You're a no talent ass clown.
He's a slumlord.
You should have married that senator.
Could have done better.
Chris Demm carries the show. Oh man, that would have ticked me off so bad. Chris Demm carries the show.
Huh? What was that?
It's very Field of Dreams.
Yeah. She used to stay with us sometimes.
Bet she did.
She would do that all the time. She would stay with us.